Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 2025 reading coming up here in just a moment. Thank you all so much for tuning back in. If you're already a YouTube subscriber, I appreciate your continued love and support. If you're brand new, my name's Cody. Welcome to my channel. I'm your Conscious Soul Reader. If you would like to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, this will alert you every single time I'm energetically called to go live or to post a reading. Posting all the time. I have a regular schedule. If you need to book a personal, everything's in the link tree in the description box of this video. This will take you to my website where I'm booking mentorships, all the different kinds of readings that I have. If you have any questions, please reach out. Go all the way to the bottom of that link tree. It'll show you all the other platforms where I'm posting content and going live. If you recognize them, go ahead and give me a follow to make sure you catch me on my regular schedules. All right, kiddos, let's go ahead and jump in. Short and sweet. I'm going to pull all the cards first. We'll be speeding all of that up, so don't get freaked out and think there's a glitch. It's not. And then I will be editing out a lot of the shuffling and such just to save time. I hope you enjoy. Let's get going. We're going to go week by week. Then at the very end of the reading, I will go ahead and look at if you're in a connection experiencing issues for a mini reading, and if you're a single open to dating for a mini reading. So if you want to stick around after the collective. Sun, Moon, Rising. If anything doesn't resonate, be sure to check your other placements. Here we go. Week number 1. Two of Swords, week number 2. Eight of Wands, week number 3. Ace of Cups, week number 4. Nine of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, Strength. 4 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. What does Gemini need to know? Week number 1. Page of Wands, week number 2. Queen of Swords, week number 3. 10 of Swords, week number 4. 5 of Swords. Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Something with your home. What can I touch Gemini? 5 of Swords. What can I touch Gemini? Week number 1. Queen of Wands, week number 2. Two of Cups, week number 3. 9 of Pentacles, week number 4. Ace of Cups, and the 8 of Cups fell in. 9 of Swords, Hierophant, 8 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, Lovers. Okay, Gemini, so April is looking pretty active and then non-active. There is a lot of decisions that are needing to be made because of something down the road that you're trying to plan and look forward to. But there's an inability for you to truly say what you need to say in order to have your decision matter. I think that you're being blocked for your input as far as anything decisive. Very strong blocks about you being able to provide any input whatsoever on the creative flow of decisions and the process being made. By the second week in April, I'm showing that there is another attempt. Okay, so you're attempting to make some decisions because ultimately time has run out. There's quick decisions that now need to be made because of the stalemate here from the first week. There's been a lot of discussion, there's been a lot of planning, a lot of thinking about this, right? But there has been a block on you truly being able to put your input in. Now, push comes to shove. 8 of Wands, quick decisions, possibly travel for some of you. Maybe you're needing to get the plans nice and solidified, so you're trying to work with somebody here. Maybe this approach of you being more about the other person, being more inclusive, will evoke the energy of also them wanting to include you, right? We often say do unto others as we would want to have done unto us. So I'm feeling like the second week you're trying a little honey and sugar in your method. With the 2 of Cups coming out here, there's a little honey and sugar going into your method because time's kind of running out on these choices, these decisions, these travel plans, something here as of the essence. Now by the third week, you're still trying. I think you might be alone in this attempt with your emotional attempts. And the fact that this is not having any movement and there's no decisions being made, there's not really a lot you can do except for just pull back and go within. I've got the Ace of Cups here, the Ace of Cups here. There's a retraction of your feelings, your emotional investment, and deciding to go ahead and pull your emotions out because they're really getting in the way of you being able to truly get anything accomplished, to truly have your mind to have control over your own thoughts, to have your rest back, to have your peace of mind. I feel like a lot of you, just for your peace of mind, are ending up walking away from this stalemate, from this inability to really be able to get anywhere with the person you're trying to work with, to talk to, make a decision with. Some of you are needing there to be a little bit of team effort. I mean, you're not relying heavily on this other person because there's no major arcana out here. I just noticed that there is no major arcana out here. Nothing is life-changing. This is just you gathering data and information like a Gemini does to be able to proceed forward, because there are attempts of logic, there are attempts of planning, there's an attempt of selling an idea, possibly maybe even being cut down after offering an idea with that Two of Swords. The Five of Swords again out here. We have some duplications. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Swords. Or Five of Swords, Five of Swords. These are very close. This is ultimately figuring out that this is just kind of going nowhere. You're sitting stagnant, waiting for nothing. And that's very upsetting for somebody whose mind moves as quickly as a Gemini's does, right? Waiting for somebody else to provide input when you can go out and find it yourself in another place is infuriating. So I feel like ultimately a lot of you just end up pulling away at the end of April altogether. Just liberating yourself once and for all. I've got the Knight of Swords, right? That impatience has settled in. We've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. This is about reclaiming your own value. With the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles, reclaiming your own value. You're just like, all right, that's it. Time's up. Gotta go. That's enough. Done. Can't sit in that energy anymore. Out. Okay. And so here comes some confidence with the lessons that you have received, right? You've figured some things out. You've maybe even sought counsel. Maybe some of you have looked up some information to see if you can't help to analyze this a little bit better to make sure that you're making the right decision, because it shows that you're deep in thought about this. Unfortunately, it feels like you might be the only one who's deep in thought about this, okay? Because the Four of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, we've got the Eight of Swords, right? You're just in your head. You're like, what do I got to do? How am I not coming across? How do I need to come across? Like you're sitting in wasted energy with the Two of Wands, Eight of Swords, Four of Cups. It feels like wasted energy. Infuriating for a Gemini. I know. Here comes Miss Queen again. Miss Authoritative Decision Maker. Okay. So Six of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords. You're calling it. You're like, I know when I'm licked. I know when I'm beat. I gotta settle into the fact that these plans, this excitement, this major choice, this major decision could possibly be something that I've tied myself to. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Lover's card, the Four of Wands. This could be a long-standing connection or commitment where there's a lot of history, there's a lot of stability, there's a strong foundation here. But Knight of Cups, Four of Wands, right? You followed your heart. I feel like your excitement was met with logic, and this lesson of you tying yourself to an idea or an outcome is what you're now needing to process and work through as far as liberating yourself and freeing yourself from this difficult stalemate that ultimately you may have ended up putting yourself in, okay? Because the Two of Swords, look, these swords are sitting here, the blindfolds on, to release yourself from this position, to see the truth and finally be able to understand that for what it is all on you. Just put the swords down, take the blindfold off, and make a decision, right? So I think you may have put yourself here. No offense, no tea, no shade. I myself have done the same. Same with this one, right? Inability to really see anything because it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. Your mind is just having its way with you. And your mind is a fantastic servant, but a terrible master. So it's time to start gaining control back, to be able to reclaim your power and utilize it for better purpose, which is, you know, self, ultimately, because that's the only thing we ever have control over is our actions, how we think, how we feel, what we're going to do with the situation we're in. Everything else is outside of your control. All you have control over is how you react to what's happening. Okay, we'll clean this up and get some outcome and advice. Okay, let's do outcome advice all in one. If that is loud, I apologize. Okay, here we go. Let's get some outcome and advice. Gemini outcome advice. April 2025 outcome advice. Sun, Moon, Rising. Again, check your other placements if anything doesn't resonate. If you don't know those placements, I have a link in the description box, in the link tree. I have a link in my description box if you need to check your other placements to figure out what those are if you don't know them. Eight of Swords. Outcome. Okay. Eight of Swords. There we go. There we go. Huh, Five of Wands. King of Wands. Page of Wands. Look at who's back again. King of Wands and Page of Wands. Getting excited about your own vision, your own future, your own outlook. This is an energy of self, right? There's combative energies all around you that are causing you to go into your head too much. This is something where you have to feel intuitively your way through this, removing the emotional investment of what you thought was supposed to be and pulling that back. Emotional protection. There's emotional protection here because of this chaos. These obstacles, these challenges, the way that it puts you in your head so much, questioning yourself, questioning your actions, questioning your presentation. How did you deliver your message? Was it said the right way? You are completely liberating yourself from this. I feel like a lot of you are finally deciding that that is not a place for you to be. So you're becoming much more independent and focusing on the value of your emotional investment from now on. This is a brand new feeling for you to kind of pull back from focusing outward to more focusing inward. Okay. Give me some advice, please. Can we have some advice? Liberating yourself. Going into self. Knight of Wands. Hermit. World card. Closing those old cycles and moving on and healing. Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Freeing yourself. The only thing tethering yourself to the memories, the sadness, the grief is you. You can untie your mind at any point and attach it to any other joy expansion project. There is a lot of things that you can do to increase your value, to further connect yourself to your spirituality. There are many other things you could be doing, but I think a lot of you, once you get free and liberated from that attachment, from that tie that bound you, there's a lot of introspection that is showing you how this is best for you. This is closing old cycles so that you can move forward in peace with great focus and great determination. Cancer energy coming out with the Chariots. Closing these old cycles and ending them once and for all. This is transformative. Transformative to finally realize what these cycles are and assigning them their meaning so that you can move forward in peace towards what is meant for you. This is exciting. This is very exciting, and it feels like things are finally coming into balance. Your head and your heart are finally emotionally connected. There is finally a connection between your head and your heart, and this is liberating. This is sparking that desire for that new beginning that you deserve, that you're moving into. Okay, let's get some oracle to close your reading, Gemini. Love. That journey for you. All right, future higher self. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know? I promise you it does get better. I promise you it does. These are the ebbs and flows. That's that karmic wheel. We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down. The universe is not without its pains, its trials, its tribulations, so that you can appreciate what you have when you have it. Loss teaches you to appreciate what you have. Disappointment, it teaches you how to create your joy from within. There's many, many lessons. There are. Let go. I mean, really let go. There's something much better on the horizon. To get there, you have to cut the tethers. You have to release yourself from those sandbags holding your hot air balloon down. Be patient. Trust the wait. Everything's coming together. This is a building process. You cannot transform into this new position until you understand these lessons. What else can I tell Gemini? It's okay to be different. Don't try so hard to fit in. Stand out from the crowd. They're all going in the wrong direction anyway. Life isn't a sprint. It's a long race, and you're not just in it to win. This is about, again, the journey, the experience. This is about you creating your path based on where you're meant to go. You. Okay? There's nobody at the end, like my dad likes to say, waving a checkered flag at the end of the driveway. You just got to get there. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. Don't stop living your life because of someone else. Okay. You're going to make mistakes, and it's okay. Sometimes we learn by messing up. Boy, do we. I am on the dean's list at the School of Hard Knocks. Don't worry about finding true love. It will find you. You will be a great success, but you'll have to go through it to get there. There's lessons to be learned. We cannot achieve greatness until we get the lesson. Trust me. You have to be able to level up. You can't ascend levels if you didn't get the lesson. Haven't y'all played video games before? You will be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. Our limited minds can't possibly create greatness that you're supposed to be moving towards. So don't limit yourself. You're going to be blessed with more than you could ever imagine. Release, let go, move to it. Uproot your life and leave all that is familiar to you. Yeah, release, let go. Uproot your life. Change everything. Chunk it in the air and see what lands in the circle. Learn how to honor and treat your body well. We only get one vessel to carry out all the mission and duties that we are put here on this earth to do. And that is the vehicle in which you make everything happen. You have to honor and treat it well. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. This keeps coming up. They definitely do not want you to be a part of the crowd, Gemini. Spirit and your guardians, your guides, they're trying to guide you away in a different direction. We don't have to conform, not all the time. Know that you are safe and protected. Know this. You are safe and protected. There's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you either. Nothing. True joy, true happiness comes from within. You create it, and then everything else in your world falls into place as a result of that vibration. Vibration is the primary law. The law of attraction is based on what your vibration is set at. Secondary law, law of attraction. Okay. All right, kids. I feel like that was your reading. It was 2112 when I went to look it up. Of course, it won't be that. It's always... Anyway, thank y'all so much. If you do not want to read on the connections experiencing issues or singles open to dating, this will be the end for you. Check the description box if you would like to book a personal reading. Everything's in the link tree, including my other websites there at the bottom of that link tree. It'll show you all the places where I go live and post content. If you recognize any of those, make sure you give me a follow so that you don't miss an opportunity to possibly get a deeply discounted rate on one of my live readings. If that is not your jam, everything's booked through the website. Thank y'all so much. All the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. All right, if you're in a connection experiencing issues, we're going to go ahead and take a look to see what's going on in April. Connections experiencing issues. A quick little mini reading for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? All right, what's that you position? The High Priestess. You feel something just ain't quite right in suburbia. All right. What's that recent past? Page of Swords may have gone on a little information seeking quest. Some of you may have found some information online. You may have heard some gossip. How Gemini of you. My dad's a Gemini. I don't know anyone who loves information more than that man. Okay, let's see. Let's go in your near future. I like it down here. Oh, Three of Pentacles. Okay. I think you're actually going to get some recognition for the information that you found. We've got the Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Temperance card. King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, King of Wands, Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, what did you... Okay, if you're experiencing issues or complications in your relationship, there's nothing bad. This is, you like approach this so intelligently and so spiritually devout that there is nothing but success. Look at you. Why are you here? You don't need my guidance. You don't need my help. This is, wow. Geez, it's as if there's something that just kind of comes over you where you're like, you know what? I'm going to use this to teach you, to help guide you to be a better version of yourself. There's a lot of patience here. This is very spiritually guided, and it is evoking a lot of independent success, which encompasses complete fulfillment for all involved, which unites this divine pairing. Wow. Why are you here? Interesting. Some of you may have kids together, and there is nothing but the desire to work this out because you have kids. There's no other way around this. Y'all have no choice but to partner. Y'all actually work quite well with one another. Y'all make a very good team. There's a lot of success whenever the both of you team up. I feel like nothing can stop you. You're all the way up. Wow. Let me clarify, because why am I skeptical? Why am I always so skeptical? I mean, if there's complications in your situation, but I do know Gemini, and Gemini is not like that. They're not super... They're not super tumultuous. Like, not extremely volatile. It takes wildly crazy circumstances to actually get them to feel that intensely. Here's the Temperance card again. Major balance. I can't even. Tell me about the Page of Swords. What is that? There's the Queen of Pentacles again. I feel like you're coming to the rescue of your partner. You're the type of person who's going to take the disappointments, take the boredom, take the disagreements, take the discontentment, and figure out how to improve it. Like, you're so analytical. You're like, oh, there's a problem. How do we fix it? Three of Pentacles. How do we fix it? Spirituality is evoking you to look at this from all perspectives. You're like very pragmatic about understanding how everybody has sacrificed and contributed and everybody's part. Three of Wands. And what to do to make the future look a lot better. Wow. Sometimes it bees like that, okay? I guess it just be like that. Let's see the Page of Pentacles. What's that about? What's this little plan? Moon. Okay, so it's not like you're completely delusional. You're not delusional. You're like, you know what? This is a plan. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if it'll bring something up later. This is releasing, yes, releasing your attachment to the unknown. So it's not like you're completely delusional. You're pragmatic in understanding that this is a great opportunity to really dive in and do some healing of our past stuff. But will it take? We'll see, right? It's not just you working the problem. You're dealing with somebody else. So somebody else has to meet you halfway in order to have solutions here. Tell me about the Temperance. Where are we with the Temperance? Eight of Pentacles, meeting you halfway. Raising your standards. Oh my God, Ace of Pentacles. There's a great opportunity, and I feel like you're just going to hang back and see what happens. You've set a plan into action, something very plausible, something workable, and now we wait. Now we wait. We go with the flow. We don't get emotional. We don't sit there in our feelings and attach all kinds of feelings to an outcome in order to, escalate a situation. Very pragmatic. Because what's leading your heart is that vision for the big picture, the bigger picture, not the moment, not this little bitty thing that I don't know and I can't figure out. The big picture is that this is good and this is worth it. It's worth the effort. It's worth giving it a shot. It's worth trying. Aww. Many blessings. Okay, the Eight of Cups just wants to be here. Okay, we have 888 here. 888. Eights are a call to action. I guess that's why they wanted to be out here. This is a call to action. You're being asked to move. Make moves here. Make money moves. Holy duplication, Batman. Temperance. Total balance. Spiritual and emotional balance. For a very grounded outcome. Dang. You can teach the class next time. How's that? You come and you teach the class next time. Such a foundation you have. Wow. It's so based in grounded solidness and with just a hint of love and just a hint of this excitement for this, emotional optimism. There's some real emotional optimism here. Oh my God, really? The Fool card, optimism. You don't get any more optimistic than the Fool card. The Fool card is just like, wee! And the Empress is saying that this is something that you're creating within to see what it does to the environment around you. Oh, wow. Okay, no advice, no outcome needed. Let's get some Oracle. Like I said, you need to be teaching the class. I'll just hand over my passwords. You take over my channel. We're good to go. Yeah. Or you're my prodigal students, and I'm so proud. Let's see. Let's get some Oracle. Beach Time Soul. What else can I tell? Ooh. You're so amazing. Look at you, Phoenix. And the boat and the cassette moving on. Finally being able to move on in peace, receiving what you need in order to be able to process everything. Truly going over these outdated thinking, this old conditioning, right? Really processing this and elevating yourself away and detaching from what you thought you knew to be in the moment, to create for the now. To create for the now. Camera, look, so much work. Here's the butterfly. Much transformation here. Here's girl talk. Love call. Much conversation as well. I feel like you're delivering this in the exact right way. I feel like your words are flowing so smoothly that this is inviting your person to come with you. I feel like you're inviting your person to come along with you because of how grounded and how sound you seem. So we have Mask and the Chaser. So somebody here may be hiding the fact that they are covering up some abandonment issues. There could be this connection that is based on that. And so there are some realizations about that, and where everybody has a plan to try to work on this, and elevate yourself away from that old attachment style, from those old wounds. We've got you ascending in Axe. This is about stopping the pattern, finally stopping the pattern and ascending away from these old styles of processing your pains, processing your illusions, attaching your feelings to old memories, and really working through them. So good. Wow, Gemini. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. It looks really beautiful. If you need to book a personal, everything's in the link tree. It'll take you to my website, where I'm also offering mentorships. Like, you need it? I mean, why not? Let's touch base. I'd love to rap with you. Let's talk. If you go all the way to the bottom of that link tree, it'll show you all the other platforms where I am going live and posting content. Recognize any of those? Go ahead and give me a follow. I appreciate your likes, your subscribes, your follows, notification bells, all the things. Thank y'all so much, Gemini. In connections, experiencing issues, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I hope y'all have a beautiful rest of your month. I will see you very soon. All the health, wealth, and abundance you could stand. All right, now we're moving on to if you are single, open to dating. What's going on for single Gemini, open for dating? We are ready. Open for business. Oh, so ready. Wow. You've been a free spirit for a while. Knight of Wands is very unattached, quite bachelor, but not complacent. Okay. You're not attached, but you're not complacent. You're very aware. You're open. Okay. Tell me about the recent past. Five of Wands. So, okay. You may have left a partnership in the past. You may have been divorced. You may have gone through something pretty grueling as far as your healing journey, and now you're ready. You're open, you're ready, but you're not like seeking, because the Knight of Wands does not seek. This is not a seeker. This is somebody who is available and open to alignment, but not seeking. Okay, tell me about the immediate future. Full card, Page of Cups. Yep, open. You're open to it. I feel like you're gonna have some connection here. This is a blind leap of faith and some flirting. Something could possibly lead to something, but you're no dummy. Karmic wheel, lessons, Hierophant. So your guard is up still. Your boundaries are there. The lessons are locked and loaded. They're not going anywhere. And you're not really tying yourself here with the Five of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like you're not getting too lost in the idea of where's my soulmate? Where's my soulmate? Like, you're not putting heavy emphasis into that. I feel like you're just emitting the vibration of availability without seeking, which is a big difference. This is not being out on the websites. This is not going all over the place, you know, talking to every single person possible, trying. What have I seen also? The people who put the t-shirts on and they'll put their QR code to their Instagram and they'll say, I'm single, scan to follow me, and walk around places. Oh, here's a third night. And the page. So there is restlessness, but you're sticking to the plan. You guys are like, you know, you're wondering. Some of you are wondering, is anybody ever going to be? But we've got the Patience, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands. With patience comes great rewards. With great patience comes great reward, is what I'm seeing here, singles. It may not be this month, but I'm definitely seeing that once you ascend and pass your lessons, you will be rewarded. Okay? Universe will always test you before they want to give you the big prize, right? It's the video game analogy again. I'm going back to the video game again. Let's see. Let's get some info about who this. What's going on? Yes. Moving. Okay, so there's a lot of action. You're definitely getting some attention. There's a lot of possibility here. Some of you may be talking to somebody at a distance. We've got cycles and the risk. Okay. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And challenges. I'll tell you one thing. Air signs and water signs, that is a challenge. That is a challenge and a risk. That would be a risk, just FYI. Your other placements would matter greatly, and I am covering Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But you do want to make sure that you're studying everything you need to know to understand the intricacies of how those feelings are processed and what goes on there. So it's a challenge. We've got let go at the back. Some of you may decide that it's ultimately not worth it to get involved with somebody that emotional. I'm a Cancer. And my dad's a Gemini, so trust me, I know my mom's an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius rising with a Libra moon, so we love each other, but it's a challenge with the emotions. They are. If you're more analytical and you're dealing with somebody emotional, you're gonna get a little annoyed by that, honestly. We've got gold digger, vacation, distance again. Somebody may be trying to emotionally manipulate you into trying to invest in somebody far away, so be warned there. And here's another incompatible earth signs. You need to put these two together, the earth and the water. They need to be together. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up out here. Interesting. Okay, so that's some insight from the cosmos of a possibility for something that may come up. Let's look at, I want to look at the love oracle, and then we'll close you with the love oracle. Just because I just want to see what else about these cycles. What else can I tell Gemini? Travel again with the distance. Somebody at a distance, addiction, hookup. Somebody's going to try to manipulate you to travel this month. Grass is greener, very enticing. We've got divine timing coming out, which may be your saving grace. Like, timing may not work out to where you can go and travel. We've got a fated meeting here. Ghosted, date, and breakup, and friends. So somebody here ultimately will end up friend zoning. There is a point of meeting and then quickly deciding that that's not it. It's not it. Oh well, check your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, check your other placements. If you don't know those, I'll have a link in the description box of this video. Be sure to check that out. If you need to book a personal reading, everything's going to be there as well in that link tree. It'll take you directly to my website, where I'm also offering mentorships and all. Going to the bottom of that link tree will show you all the other platforms where I'm going live posting content. If you recognize any of those, go ahead and give me a follow. I appreciate you very much for participating, playing along. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell here. Same commercial. I'm posting videos and going live all the time on a regular schedule. So the more places you catch me, the more opportunity you have to get a deeply discounted rate when I'm live as well. Okay. Thank you, Gemini. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tuning in, playing along. I hope this helped and resonated. Again, those other placements are going to be where it's at. If you need to put together a pretty good picture on your own, a personal reading is the best way to get one-on-one details. I'm wishing you all the health, wealth, and abundance you can stand. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.